besides being two great players from Paris Saint-Germain. Sergio Ramos and Karim Benzema are athletes who have earned real fortunes. But the question is, which of the two leads a more luxurious life? In this video, you will see a battle between Karim Benzema and Sergio Ramos. So let's fight! Before we get started, I challenge you. You have to click on subscribe and activate notifications, check the option all. But you have to do that in less than 5 seconds. You got it? And if you can, write in the comments #AllAboutSubscribe. Alright, let's get started. Cars. Spain's Sergio Ramos and France's Karim Benzema are lucky men who own extremely luxurious garages. But which of them has more expensive cars? Starting with the cheapest, he once got a Fiat 600 as a birthday present from his brother, a collectible valued at around $35,000. His wife, on the other hand, posted a photo that there was in the garage a Cadillac Escalade, a huge car capable of offering a lot of comfort and safety for all its passengers. And to get an idea of price, depending on the model, it can reach about $90,000. Moving up the price further, he's already been spotted with his Audi RS6, a sports car with a wagon design, able to unite comfort and speed in one vehicle. The machine can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.6 seconds, and it's no wonder that its price can reach around $115,000. From the same brand, he has been seen with an Audi S8, a beautiful sedan from Audi with an elegant design and a very sophisticated interior, whose most recent models cost around $130,000. Sergio has also posted a photo on top of his Mercedes-AMG G63, a super SUV from Mercedes equipped with a beautiful engine capable of accelerating from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.3 seconds. And maybe that's why its price tag is around $160,000. Even more expensive, Ramos has been seen with an Audi R8, a sports car made for those who like speed. To give you an idea, the vehicle is capable of accelerating from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.2 seconds, reaching a top speed of 205 miles per hour. And it isn't cheap at all to own one of these, as a brand new model can exceed the price of $180,000. Another sports car the player has been seen using is a Porsche 911, a vehicle equipped with a very powerful engine, capable of accelerating from 0 to 60 miles per hour in an unbelievable 2.9 seconds. And maybe that's why its price can reach that of $200,000. But nothing compares to Benzema's garage. He's been spotted with $40,000 BMW M6, $45,000 Audi Q5, $55,000 Audi A5, $60,000 Audi SQ5, $65,000 Audi RS3, $68,000 BMW i4 M50, $75,000 Audi Q8, $77,000 Mercedes-Benz CLS Class, $80,000 Land Rover Range Rover, $87,000 Audi RS4, $90,000 Cadillac Escalade, $115,000 Porsche 911, $116,000 Audi RS6, $120,000 Audi RS7, $160,000 Aston Martin Vantage, $170,000 Porsche 911 GT3, $180,000 Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT, $180,000 Mercedes G63 AMG, $222,000 Mercedes G65 AMG, $226,000 Ferrari 458 Italia, $230,000 Lamborghini Urus, $250,000 McLaren 570S, $300,000 Lamborghini Huracan, $320,000 Ferrari F12, $330,000 Ferrari 488 Pista, $340,000 Rolls-Royce Cullinan, $350,000 Rolls-Royce Wraith, $350,000 McLaren 720S Coupe, $380,000 McLaren 765 LT, $425,000 Lamborghini Aventador, $750,000 Mercedes SLR McLaren, One of the most luxurious cars that Karim Benzema was pictured with was a Ferrari LaFerrari, a stunning vehicle with a modern and futuristic design, capable of charming anyone who likes sports cars. And it is no wonder that to have this incredible vehicle in your garage, you may need to spend a real fortune, and it can be found for more than $1.4 million. Another impressive vehicle that is part of Karim Benzema's collection, and one that he most enjoys driving and taking pictures of, is his Bugatti Veyron Pur Sang. The Real Madrid star's model has two colors and is considered a true exclusivity, as there are only 5 units like it. And in its most complete version, this car can cost as much as $1.9 million. Raising the price even higher, the most expensive car in Karim Benzema's collection is his Bugatti Chiron, another of the vehicles he loves to flaunt on social media. This super sports car is famous for being one of the fastest in the world, capable of going from 0 to 60 miles in just 2.5 seconds. And to have such a luxury in his garage, the player had to invest around $3 million. As Benzema has extremely expensive cars, he wins this round. Mansion. When it comes to investing in nice places to live, both players don't like to skimp. But which of them has the most expensive home? Karim Benzema ended up buying a stunning mansion in Spain. The player's property is located in Sotocampo, situated just a few kilometers from the center of Madrid. The 2-story property features modern architecture and has about 9,300 square feet of living space. The living room has a clean design and unique artwork that gives authenticity to the place, as well as a modern TV where the star loves to spend time, and a staircase that connects the 2 floors. The kitchen has large windows with automatic curtains, a stylish chef's island, modern appliances, and a casual dining area with a wooden table and beautiful pendant lights. The mansion also features an oversized dressing room, where Benzema keeps his most expensive clothes, as well as his unique fragrances and belt collection, and this is one of the most impressive rooms on the entire property. In another room, Benzema devotes himself to storing his tennis collection, which includes models from various famous brands. Another room that Karim Benzema has already shown off several times is his sophisticated gym, which is not only spacious but equipped with all kinds of modern equipment that he needs to exercise in the comfort of his home. Among the equipment that the football star has in his residential gym are areas with weights of all sizes, a modern treadmill, an elliptical bike, and many others, besides integrating a sauna and cold water areas for the player to take care of his body after intense workouts. The mansion also has other amenities, such as space for massage. And according to the media, the mansion has 6 bedrooms and a total of 10 bathrooms. It can be noted that the mansion also has many windows that make the indoor environment even more pleasant. Going outside, the property offers a lot of privacy for the player to enjoy a carefree day-to-day life, as well as having manicured lawns where he likes to have fun with his kids. There are also great outdoor seating areas for Benzema to relax in when he is not working, as well as several verandas, wooden decks, and a garage filled with imposing vehicles. There is also plenty of space for outdoor recreation, as well as an infinity-edge pool area, where he constantly shares records of himself having fun with the kids on his days off. One can imagine that this mansion provides all the comfort and luxury Karim Benzema needs to live with his family, not to mention offering incredible views of the area at any time of the day. And while no one knows for sure how much the player's mansion cost, some sources estimate that it is worth around $5.5 million. Sergio Ramos, on the other hand, acquired in 2017 a gigantic property in Alcobendas, in Madrid, Spain, of approximately 12,000 square feet, having demolished the entire old building and built a new mansion from scratch. On social media, the player and his wife are always sharing moments inside his residence, and as shown, it is possible to see that it really is a true mansion. The interior of the house is very sophisticated, having the floor all in white porcelain tile that brings a sense of refinement to the environment. The cinema room is very colorful and cheerful, with a huge blue sofa that offers more than enough space to accommodate the whole family and watch a good movie. Definitely everything in this house is gigantic, and believe it or not, but the residence's lot has enough space even for him to do his own running circuit without leaving the house. And speaking of training, of course there is a very complete gym in this mansion, something that could not be missing in the house of an athlete with a physique such as his. But depending on the day, the player likes to train outdoors and share with his followers on social media. After all, there's no shortage of space, right? The pool area is a place that draws a lot of attention because it has a different format, with some small lakes that create an exotic and paradisiacal environment. And it's no wonder that the player's wife is always posting pictures with her friends in this beautiful place. We can say that Sergio Ramos' house looks more like a recreational club than a residence, and that without a doubt is able to offer all the comfort and luxury for him to relax and live some good times alongside his family. And to get an idea of its price, according to some sources, just in the purchase of the lot alone, the player invested about $13 million, but since we know that he built the mansion completely from scratch, we can estimate that he must have spent a few tens of millions of dollars, as Sergio Ramos' mansion is worth more than his opponent. Point for him. Luxury purchases. Both Real Madrid stars have more than enough money to enjoy plenty of luxury, but which one has the most exaggerated spending on their appearances? When putting together his look, for example, Sergio Ramos is always seen with beautiful watches, such as $18,000 Bulgari Octo Finissimo, a $30,000 Rolex Yachtmaster, a $32,000 Spitfire IWC Big Pilot, a $55,000 Patek Philippe Aquanaut, and even a $92,000 Patek Philippe Nautilus. But those prices are cheap next to the works of art he collects. On social media, Ramos is always sharing some of the sculptures made by renowned artists that he owns. And to give you an idea of price, some sources estimate that some of these works of arts belonging to the player can cost upwards of $500,000. When it comes to dressing up, Karim Benzema loves to wear watches worth a fortune, such as $6,600 Zenith El Primero Stratos, $10,000 Rolex Submariner Date, $21,000 Rolex GMT Master 2 Pepsi Oyster, $22,000 Rolex GMT Master 2 Batgirl, $24,000 Jaeger LeCoultre Amvox 2 DBS, $29,000 Hublot Big Bang Ferrari All Black, $30,000 Patek Philippe Nautilus Blue Dial, $30,000 Rolex Daytona Black Dial, $33,000 Rolex Daytona Meteorite Dial, $34,000 Royal Oak Offshore Singapore Grand Prix, $35,000 Rolex Daytona 116509, $39,000 Rolex GMT Master 2 Sprite, $43,000 Patek Philippe Nautilus 5712 White Gold, $45,000 Rolex Day-Date Onyx Dial, $54,000 Rolex Submariner Smuff Dial, $55,000 Rolex GMT Master 2 Root Beer Rose Gold, $60,000 Rolex Day-Date 36 Dial, $60,000 Rolex Daytona Mother of Pearl, $69,000 Rolex Daytona Chocolate Dial, $73,000 Hublot Classic Fusion Skeleton Tourbillon, $81,000 Patek Philippe Nautilus 5712G, $85,000 Patek Philippe Nautilus Rose Gold, $129,000 Patek Philippe Nautilus Stainless Steel Blue Dial, $188,000 Patek Philippe Aquanaut Chronograph from $200,000 Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Perpetual Calendar, $200,000 Richard Mille 055 Bubba Watson, $215,000 Richard Mille RM 011 Felipe Massa, $300,000 Richard Mille RM 67-02 Qatar Edition, $380,000 Richard Mille Room 11-03 Flyback Chronograph, $500,000 Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Perpetual Calendar White Ceramic, $540,000 Richard Mille 65-01 Automatic Chronograph, $690,000 Richard Mille 055 Yas Marina, $700,000 Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Rainbow Double Balance. As Benzema's purchases are more extravagant, point for him. Jet. Many footballers prefer to buy their own plane to travel in comfort and privacy. Sergio Ramos' aircraft, for example, is the Cessna Citation 560, a modern twin-engine executive jet of medium size and high performance. Its interior is very comfortable, having capacity for up to 8 passengers, being equipped with very cozy leather seats, which are possible to see in the photos he posted on social media next to his son. And according to some sources, when the player is not using his jet, He puts the aircraft up for rent, with the price hovering around $4,000 per flight hour. To acquire this aircraft and have it always at his disposal, it is estimated that Ramos needed to spend something around $2 million. Benzema, meanwhile, has chartered the following aircraft. Citation CJ3 at $3,300 per flight hour. Legacy 450 for $4,750 per hour. Cessna Citation Latitude at $5,000 per hour. Gulfstream G4 at $7,200 per hour. Bombardier Global 6000 from $10,500 per hour. Boeing 737 from $17,000 per hour. In addition to these luxury aircraft that the player usually rents, it is speculated that he once owned a Gulfstream G650 jet, one of the most modern, fastest, and longest flying range aircraft available on the market in this segment. The interior of the plane has a luxurious finish and can carry up to 18 people, offering great ergonomics. And to have this superjet always at your disposal, it is necessary to invest a real fortune. Depending on the model and year, it can cost up to $40 million. Considering that Karim Benzema makes use of more luxurious jets, he wins this round. Other properties. In this round, we will evaluate other properties that belong to the player's real estate portfolios. In France, Karim Benzema grew up in a humble abode in Bronterolon, a suburb of Lyon, and is currently believed to have a mansion in the country valued at $2.7 million. Sergio Ramos, for his part, is passionate about horses and therefore has a farm known as Yaguada SR4, a farm of approximately 109 acres of extension made for the breeding of Spanish thoroughbred horses. The complex has a very adapted infrastructure to house all its animals, with an estimated number around 70 horses. And those who think Sergio Ramos is just an amateur horse breeder are sorely mistaken. To give you an idea, his horse known as Yucatan Ramos was consecrated in 2018 no less than world champion in the model and gait competition. And to get a sense of price, it is estimated that this horse alone costs a true fortune, with the figures spinning in the millions of dollars. And this venture has been so successful that on its official Instagram alone there are more than 140,000 followers. And it's no wonder that Sergio Ramos himself has said in some interviews that this is one of his most profitable businesses. This goes to show how the player has managed to turn one of his hobbies into a successful business. And since Sergio's property is so extensive, it is certainly worth many millions, so point for him. Sources of income. Besides being football players, Benzema and Sergio Ramos have other sources of income. Karim Benzema, for example, makes money from advertising. He has contracts with several famous brands, such as Adidas and the fashion label Fendi, not to mention other advertising deals with big companies, among which are Beats by Dre headphones, Dior fashion, Jean Paul Gaultier glasses. Sergio Ramos, on the other hand, has investments in real estate, having already built several large projects, such as parking lots, industrial sheds, and residential complexes. To get an idea of the grandiosity of his enterprises, some newspapers nicknamed him King of the Real Estate sector for owning more than 5 million square feet in the city of Madrid alone, the capital of Spain. And to run this business he has had the help of his father Jose Maria, and together they have invested more than 60 million euros in an urban planning project to build tens of thousands of houses in the south of the city. Not to mention the investments he has in racehorses and artwork, which can also be considered another form of business of the player. As for his personal image, there is no doubt that it is capable of making him a lot of money. This is because Sergio Ramos is one of the most famous football players in the world, possessing in his Instagram alone, for example, almost 50 million followers. And of course, all this visibility ends up enticing the interest of several brands in sponsoring him. The sporting goods brand Nike, for example, was his sponsor for more than 10 years, but currently it is Adidas that sponsors him. And even his wife Pilar Rubio also contributes to the couple's income. That's because in addition to her salary as a television host, she is very successful on the internet, having more than 7 million followers on her Instagram, an audience she makes use of to advertise for various brands. And as Sergio Ramos has more diversified sources of income, point for him. Net worth. In this round, we will finally find out which of the two Paris Saint-Germain players is the richest. Although it is not known how much he received in the early years of his career, only his transfer to Real Madrid in 2008 was made in a record deal for French football at the time, as the deal was worth 35 million euros, rising to 41 million euros with performance bonuses. As for Benzema's wages after joining the club, in the 2013 season, for example, he was earning around 190,000 euros per week, which is equivalent to something around 9.9 million euros per year. But these amounts were increasing thanks to the achievements that the player helped bring to the club. According to some portals, in the 2016 season, Benzema was already earning more than 300,000 euros a week, which is equivalent to a gross annual salary of 15.8 million euros. While in the 2020 season, he received a weekly salary of $348,000, adding up to more than 18 million euros in the year. In his current season with Real Madrid, the French football star is already earning around 460,000 euros per week gross on a one-year contract worth a total of 24 million euros. And although nobody knows for sure what Karim Benzema's total fortune is, some sources estimate that the player has a net worth of close to $100 million. Incredible, isn't it? Sergio Ramos is not left behind in this dispute. To get an idea of all his earnings from soccer, currently playing for Paris Saint-Germain, his salary is estimated to be almost $7 million per season. And while that's a big sum, it's a far cry from how much he was earning at Real Madrid. According to some sources, Sergio Ramos was paid as Real Madrid's captain, a figure of approximately $16 million, a nice salary for a player who plays in a defensive position. And although nobody is sure about how wealthy this athlete really is, according to some sources, taking into account all his sources of income and his huge salary as a soccer player, it is estimated that Sergio Ramos's net worth has already exceeded the figure of $100 million. Not bad, is it? As both players have similar fortunes, let's consider it a draw. At the end of this battle, we had 4 points for Benzema and also 4 points for Sergio Ramos. That is, a draw. But if you believe there are still other arguments to defend one of the two, write down your best justification here. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel Dios to satisfy your curiosity.